Hey YouTube, hey, sorry, welcome to my bathroom. I thought I'd come here with the lights a little bit even stronger, a little bit better. Hey, I was looking on Channel 9 today, and of course they got the blueprint plans given to Channel 9, Cincinnati, with the plans for the new coaster, and Mr. Spiegel, who was an engineer with some coasters, so he definitely knows that it's definitely going to be a Giga for sure. So that's what he says. It's definitely a 300 footer. So will they take Ohio's Cedar Point's name from Millennium Force being the record holder? I don't know. I think they will, because I don't think reason why, because it's an Intamin and this here's a B&M, so what does it matter? Cedar Point's already done got a record for the most, well, not the record, but got world-class roller coasters in their park, and nothing's going to beat their roller coasters at their park. So if you stop and think about it, Cedar Point's going to maintain world-class record type roller coasters, whereas Kings Island don't have so many of the record holder roller coasters. I mean, they've got a couple, yes, but it's not going to be like Cedar Point. My eyes are burning for some reason. I think it's my allergies, so please pardon my eyes. Also, a quick thing I do want to mention. I can't remember if I mentioned in the last video. I'm going to keep this one short. Polaris and Orion are both names, and I just want to throw a fact out there. Okay, these names have been trademarked recently by Cedar Fair. All right, and well, my eye is really bothering me. Anyway, sorry about that. And the fact I want to put out there is, do you remember when they put Banshee in over at Kings Island, that they redid Top Gun, or also known as Flight Deck, and renamed it the Bat? And since they went with a flying coaster Banshee and a flying coaster the Bat, and they did that and changed that area a little bit, they're going to probably do the same thing with X-Base, okay? And what I mean is the Flight of Fear, I think they may take away that name. I think that name might go away, and I think one of those trademark names may become the new name. I believe it's going to be a new name for the indoor coaster. So whichever the Giga coaster is going to be named, whether it's Polaris or Orion, I think the other one's going to be named the latter. So I think it's going to be Orion. I think Orion's going to be the indoor coaster, and Polaris is going to be the outdoor coaster, and it's going to be a 323 foot tall Giga coaster. That's my thoughts on it. And also, if you stop and think about it, it's space themed elements. If you remember the Outer Limits, and that was space themed, and also they still have the UFO theming inside the Flight of Fear, so they can also turn that all into a space themed element, and that's what they're going to do with X-Base. That's my recollection of what I think is going to happen with that area. And also, a lot of people's been talking about them getting restrooms in that area. I do believe that's going to happen. There is a maintenance shop there that's close by. You remember the red buildings there, there's some maintenance shops. They do have restrooms inside one of the maintenance shops for employees, so they've already got the water hookups and electric hookups that they need. So I do think they will open a restroom in that area. So I do believe there will be restrooms in X-Base as well, and probably even a new little food stand, possibly. Just a small one, maybe, just something like for drinks and maybe something snacks or something. Just because there's not too much really that close, except for Skyline Chili, and then you also got the Antique Treats, or, well, that's what they used to be called, Antique Treats, but you know what I'm talking about, the little thing next to the basketball game. But anyway, I think that there may be something thrown back in there, just because that's going to be a busy area. And with that being said, I think we got a lot to look forward to in 2020. And the building construction on the new Giga coaster at Kings Island is going to start immediately. You're going to start seeing footers being poured probably within the next week or two. I think we're going to start seeing stuff ramped up very quickly. I mean, it's going to happen very quickly, and it's going to begin. And I think vertical construction will probably begin by the first week of June, maybe. That's pushing it, but I think it's going to be definitely by the second week of June. We're going to start seeing track being placed. Lift hill, I don't know if they'll start on that first or if they wait on that till later. But from the looks of it, at the B&M plant, lift hill track is being made now. So I would say probably lift hill is going to go up first. And I'm going to tell you what, if that happens, man, that's going to be one hell of an impressive skyline for Kings Island. And you're talking about getting the giggles and stuff. Oh my God, could you imagine if you're coming down State Route 741 and you come over that hill and you look over there and you just see the Eiffel Tower, and then you see the skyline of Kings Island, and you see Windseeker and Drop Tower and Diamondback in the background there. Man, you're going to see this big mother. I mean, it's going to be really standing out. So we got a lot to look forward to, and boy, it's going to be impressive. The skyline of Kings Island is definitely going to change. I mean, that's going to be forever changed, and this is great. This is the best time to become a pass holder. If you don't have a pass to Kings Island, I suggest you go out there and get you one and go to the park this year and watch that baby go up, because next year it's going to be one hell of a year. It's going to be a very, very victorious year for us, for Kings Island, to have a brand new Giga coaster in their park, and it's going to be a one of the kind. So this will probably be the last roller coaster Kings Island will get probably for a few years, just because that a Giga coaster costs a lot of money, okay? And it's going to take a little bit of time, because that's one big investment. And you figure, you know, Diamondback was $22 million. This here is going to be double the cost of Diamondback, okay? I'm going to tell you, it's going to be probably double the cost of Diamondback. So in order to do that type of an investment, they're going to have to put in some less attractions, and that's one reason why we got the antique cars this year. But they did spend a lot of money on infrastructure this year, so they did put a lot of money into the park, and they have for the past few years. A lot of money has been poured into Kings Island, so it's definitely something to look forward to. And like I said, after this year, or this next year, getting a new Giga coaster, it's going to pipe down a little bit. We might get a few little flat rides here and there, but I don't think anything major coaster-wise will go in until at least probably the year 2025 or 2026 before you ever see another roller coaster go in at Kings Island. And again, that may change. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but usually I'm pretty right about things, and in my past videos I've been right on a lot of things. So, and like I said, former employee of Kings Island, I kind of know how they think. I was pretty good in with a lot of the executives over there, and I kind of know how they think. So I'm not trying to brag, I'm just saying I just kind of know how they think. So, but I'm very thankful that Cedar Fair has finally listened to everybody, and they listened to us for Banshee, they listened to us for a Woody, GCI Woody, and they listened to us for the antique car return, and they listened to us for a Giga coaster, and they also they listened to us for the Glockenspiel to get fixed on the Fest House. I mean, look at that. You know, I mean, they're listening. Kings Island is listening. Cedar Fair is listening. So just keep pouring your thoughts into Kings Island. Pull your friends, neighbors, everybody. Get to Kings Island. Let's make them some money. Let's make them some money so that way they can invest even in the future. If we can show them that we can beat Cedar Point's attendance with this brand new attraction coming in, then we're definitely going to start seeing big world-class coasters like Cedar Point's got. Stop and think about it. And we can do it. We can beat Cedar Point's attendance. So get your neighbors, get your friends, get your teachers, your coaches, no matter who it is, get your family that lives out of state. Hey, they can come to Ohio and make a whole week in Ohio and visit both parks. So not only is this Giga coaster going to help Kings Island, but it's going to help Cedar Point as well, because people can come out of state and go to both parks in the entire, in the same week. They bring their families and make it a tourist destination. Kings Island needs to get them a hotel. We do need Kings Island to get a hotel on property, and maybe even a campground. There's land to do it, and I don't see why they don't try to put a campground in and get people to stay inside the park and make a resort just like they do at Cedar Point. They're doing it in the Carowinds, and they're doing it up at Canada's Wonderland, from what I'm understanding. And I don't see why they don't do it down here at Kings Island as well, like they did back in the 70s with Kings Island Inn being there. All right, I want to keep this video short. It's already 10 minutes. So anyway, that's my thoughts about this. And comment, share below, down below, like it. And leave me some comments and questions about what you think that's going to go in at Kings Island. And what you think about this new Giga coaster coming. What's your thoughts? Share below and let me know. Take care. Thanks. See ya.